Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, we're gonna be talking about cash. Cold, hard cash. That's right. We got pesos, we got cash. All right, let me put these in my pocket before I lose them like a dumbass.
Bruh.
All right, but that's what we're gonna be talking about today. I just happen to have a lot of cash. I just happen to, have to go exchange it. So we're gonna be talking about all that and talking about the whole cash-only society aspect of, living out here. So let me get the camera. It's a lazy Saturday afternoon right now, but I'm really close to Paseo Montejo. So this is the hospital SEMA. It's called CMA. Anyways, it's the hospital that's right behind Paseo Montejo. So literally parallel to this. So on the other side of the hospital is Paseo Montejo. On the other side of the street is Paseo Montejo. And I'm actually here because I'm just running some errands in the area, and I had to swing by real quick and pick up some medicine. And I wasn't sure if they were gonna have it at the pharmacy, so I like coming here to this area where they have all the pharmacies by the hospital, which is one of the best hospitals in the whole city. But anyways, just walking around here so that way I can go from pharmacy to pharmacy until I found it. And guess what? I found it. That's all. The end. Anyways, I'm giving you this perspective because I know this is the perspective you guys enjoy and like, and it's a lot better and easier. But yeah, we're by the hospital. This is a private hospital. And this is like a whole thing here. But anyways, that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about cash. We're talking about moving money and all that aspect of living out here when it comes to that. So out here, cash is king. The reason I'm making this episode is because literally I was dealing with a client of mine, a new client, and basically they only had they only had dollars, and they had no way to get to exchange anything. They had no way. They were having trouble with their bank and the US bank, and they were having trouble with all kinds of stuff. And I was just letting them know and helping them out with all that, and letting them know that at the end of the day they're going to be fine, because it's a cash only society for the most part, and they don't have to worry about that. And so today we are going to be not just talking about that, but going on a little walk around the Paseo Montejo area. As you guys can see there, right across the street, where I'm kind of pointing there, that would be where the Walmart area is and stuff like that. And we're walking towards Paseo Montejo. That's kind of what we're doing here. And again, to my left is the hospital, and that's it. It's only a short little walk, and we're walking over there. But the reason I'm walking with you and I'm letting you guys know where I'm going and what we're going to be doing is because one of the main concerns a lot of you guys have is exchanging dollars or euros or whatever you guys have. And so I'm going to be taking you to the place in which I personally exchange my dollars or euros or whatever whenever I have to out here. And it's just this building. So like I said, we're about to approach Paseo Montejo, and it's right across the street from Walmart, and I'm going to show you the whole thing. All right, as you guys can see, where we're at. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know the area, but this is the building. We're going to go into the building in a second. All right, let's just walk through here. But anyways, all right, so as I was talking, as I was saying about the whole cash situation out here, the reality is that everything is done in cash. If you need an Uber, you can pay in cash. If you need to order something from Amazon, you can pay in cash. If you need whatever delivery, anything can get delivered. You can get a bottle of shampoo delivered, or you can get 13 pizzas delivered, or you can get a little mini horse delivered.
House wait.
All right, I don't know about the little mini horse, but I'm sure it can be arranged. But anyways, and it all can be paid with cash. And it's very easy. So yeah, there you go. So there's like the Walmart. Yeah, because a lot of you guys are having a lot of trouble with that whole scenario. And what I tell a lot of you guys is that, look, at the end of the day, worst case scenario, you can have somebody back in your home country send you money through MoneyGram, send you your own money. They can just you can, okay, so this is the exchange place. All right, so I have a bunch of dollars and I'm gonna go sell them in here. All right, I can't really take the camera in there, but you guys can get an idea of what the place looks like. And you guys have seen me here before. Paseo Montejo's over there. All right, that's Fiesta Americana. It's like a big touristy spot. Starbucks is somewhere over there. Holiday Inn is over there. This is the Paseo Montejo area, Avenida Colon, and that's Walmart right there. So basically Walmart, currency exchange. If this place is closed or whatever, there's another currency exchange over there. I think this is just better, gives better rates. So let's see if they're open. I'm gonna go in there and exchange my my dollar bills, y'all, and then we're gonna walk down Paseo Montejo. We're gonna really talk about cash, and we're gonna talk about the whole situation with that out here, because I feel like I've been talking for 5 minutes and haven't said anything. Sounds familiar? All right, give me a few minutes. Let me go in there, get my cash, and see you guys in a minute. All right, so I just got out of the exchange, and we're good to go. All right, they were open. You know, I wasn't sure if they were open on Saturday or not, because I really didn't want to go all the way over there to the other exchange. But anyways, just so you can get an idea. So the exchange at the moment is $18.80. This is going to vary daily. But the actual exchange rate would be today is actually $20.30. So it's $20.30, but they're only buying them at $18.80. So basically I'm losing like $1.50 per dollar there. So this is why I prefer, you know, when people come out here and you know, they transact with me and we do things and things like that, it's all done in pesos, because then otherwise I gotta exchange it, I take the hit, all that good stuff. While at the same time, if you guys have dollars, for example, and you guys are coming out here, man, I got the sun right in my eyes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let's flip it around this way so you guys can get an idea. So yeah, this is Paseo Montejo. So again, just so you understand, this is at the, see a little horsey there? Maybe not. But yeah, it's in there, currency exchange. All right across from Walmart. All right, let's get walking for a little bit. So as I was saying, you know, if you're coming out here and you have your bank card, your ATM card, and you use it at one of the many banks or ATMs, which again, they line up and down Paseo Montejo. So just in case you're out here, you're on your first or second day touristy stuff and you need money ASAP and you don't even know where the banks are, there's banks all up and down Paseo Montejo, okay? And you can literally have a taxi take you from one to the other until one hits. Again, there's all kinds of people. There's people that come out here and they don't have any problems taking out money, and then there's all kinds of other people that have every problem you can imagine taking out money. Back to what I was saying. So yeah, when you go into the ATM is always going to ask you, hey, what do you prefer? Do you want to have the bank's exchange rate, or do you want to have the official exchange rate? So if you go, here's a bank right here. All right, so if you go into the bank and you go to the ATM like that dude is in there, and basically you go with the bank's exchange rate, you're gonna get something like 17 or 18 something like I just got. But if you were to say, no, I want the official exchange rate, then you would simply get the actual exchange rate, which was $20.30 something cents as of today. And again, it changes, so it's like, that's, little tricks like that you're gonna be, have to be on, that keep your eye on it. But the reality is that, like, I live out here, and even though I get a lot of dollars, for the most part, it's very rare for me to really, hold on to these things or keep them, because I don't want them or need them, and nobody accepts them out here. And so there are other parts of Mexico, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of other parts of Mexico, like let's say Cancun, and they only want dollars. They don't even want those pesos. They don't want those dirty pesos. They want dollars, you know what I mean? Because they know those are more valuable. But out here, and in most of Mexico, you show them $1 and they're like, what the hell am I gonna do with this? I don't want this. Give me my pesos. All right. So yeah, I don't know if it's very bright or what. I don't know what the whole situation is with this video, but we're just taking this afternoon stroll down Paseo Montejo as we have this little conversation on this. So, a lot of people, they're worried about, well, what if they take away my Chase bank account, or my Bank of America, or if I'm out here and I cannot use it for XYZ reason, what do I do? What is my what kind of recourse, or what are my options? And the reality is that you actually do have options. The options are, doing things like, oh look, seems like they're gonna have a wedding over there. That's nice. You probably cannot see anything, but anyways, right across the street from that is another bank. All right, there's a Mexican bank, one of the biggest Mexican banks in Mexico. Anyways, I digress. So you're like, man, what do I do if I can't access or don't have a bank account? Well, it's totally fine. Again, you can simply, you know, get something like the Chase bank app. I mean, not the Chase, sorry. Got distracted there. That lady staring me down. Don't get me started. Anyways, you know, not the Chase. The Cash app, you know, you get the Cash app. I'll put a picture, all right, here. So if you're American, you can use the Cash app. If you're in Europe, you use this thing called, I think, Revolt, or they have other whatever. And if you and if the Cash app doesn't work for you, you can also use Chime, the Chime bank account. And there's other options. There's a lot of options for you or anyone out there to get a actual bank account that isn't with you know, like Bank of America or anything like that. You know what, let me walk a little bit down here so you guys can see a little bit more. Again, I've walked up and down Paseo Montejo a million times. This ain't nothing new, you guys have seen it. But anyways, but what I was saying is that there's a lot of people out there that they either lost their bank account or they cannot get a bank account. You know, you guys cannot get a Charles Schwab or a Bank of America card or a, you know, anything like that. The only thing you can do is be off the grid, or like I said, use the Cash app or other things like that. So what I used to do way back in the day is I used to use accept payments or get money from, you know, from you guys or whatever through the Cash app. Oh, seems like they're doing something over there, another party or festival. That's pretty cool. But anyways, I used to get money, I still do, through the Cash app. And what I used to do when I was not on the grid at all, I used to just have that money, send it to a family member, and then that family member would send it to me through MoneyGram or something like that. So the reality is that there was actually a lot of options for me, even though I thought that there were no options, but there's tons of options. Because I remember actually what happened to me is that I lost my bank card and I had no ability to access the bank. And since I had no ability, like, I just want to show you a little bit. Not quite sure what's going on over there, but we got some clowns on some stilts, and we are living in clown world at the moment, so we might as well show you some clowns, you know, on stilts. Hola. So yeah, I'm guessing they're having some sort of event here. See, so they got like some sort of event going on here, and I guess it's like some bazaar or something like that. That's pretty cool. Hold on, buenos dias. Look at that. So they got like some little art bazaar. You probably can't see much there. I don't want to go in there. I don't want to put on my mask. You guys can figure it out. But yeah, these things are happening all over the place, and they were laughing at me. It was like, you know, they heard me. Anyways, but yeah, look, at the end of the day, you know, everything is opening up back in the city. I was actually today gonna do a virus update and all that other stuff, but you know what, I said we're done with those updates already, because the reality is that, you know, we're pretty much back open, as you guys can see, you know, no more curfew, no more nothing, and everything's just already getting back to normal. But anyways, I digress. You know, let's keep the camera focused on more beautiful things, like anything else but my face. All right, so, you know, like I said, you know, there's back home, you know, if you're not on the banking grid, you might as well not exist. And it's very difficult for you to function, survive, and do anything. But the reality is that, like, out here, it's actually the complete opposite. You know, you really don't need to have a lot of these you know, you don't need to be on the grid. In fact, you know, a lot of people that I make these videos for are already off the grid or have no bank access, and basically they're just figuring out a way, or have little bank access, and they're just figuring out a way in which they can just link it all up. But, you know, the people that don't like this video, the one that I'm making right now, the one talking about this particular subject, are people out there that have a lot of money and resources, and they don't have any problem accessing their money or their bank accounts or accessing anything. And they have plenty of money, plenty of banks, plenty of whatever. And in fact, the only thing that they complain about, the only thing that certain people complain about is the fact that you cannot use your bank card at everything. At every, you know, so for example, you can use your bank card at OXXO, you can use it at Amazon, you can use it for Uber, you can use it, and it's very convenient. You can use it for many, you know, certain restaurants, certain businesses. But the reality is that a lot of the mom and pop stores, a lot of the mom and pop stores, a lot of the little food stands that you know, just serve snacks, a lot of the smaller, tinier places, they're just not going to accept it. And the reality is that, you know, Mexico is a place that small business is king, and most small businesses prefer cash for many reasons. You know, tax reasons is one of them, freedom is another. You know, the fact that, you know, they don't have to be on the grid. You know, when you are accepting payments and doing that whole thing, you know, with the banking cards and the banking, like let's say you have a store and you accept credit cards or debit cards or whatever at one of these places, they charge you for every single one of your transactions. So a lot of businesses that, you know, are selling things for $1 or under $1 or $2, they really cannot afford 25-cent surcharge on your bank, you know, from the banking app. So they just say cash only, and that's why most places out here are going to be cash only, and they're cash only, very cash friendly. And so, you know, a lot of people, you know, they want to hear these things because it helps them, you know, come out here and move around a lot easier. Because if everything is cash only, no one is asking you for ID at any point. That's another thing. So when I went to go exchange that money, if I go exchange the money like at a bank or some sort of formal place, I got to show like 30 pieces of ID, you know, just to exchange some cash. But if I go to that place that I showed you earlier in the video, there's no ID, there's no nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, she just makes sure the bills are good, and I got to make sure the bills I get are good, and we're good to go. And that's it. The fuck, you know, why do we gotta, you know? You know, there's a lot of benefits, many benefits, you know, to living out here, and it being a cash only society. Today on Facebook, shout out to, I think it was Joseph, I don't know, I forgot who it was, but I think he was talking, and he basically says like, man, this really is a cash only society. I haven't been to the ATM in like 14 days or something like that. I forgot. I think that's what I read on the post. And then that's the thing, that's a reality, you know, like if you once you're living out here, you realize that, you know, you're always going to have cash. You know, you're always going to be using cash. In fact, cash is preferred. You know, let's say that you go to a department store and you're going to buy a washer and a dryer. If they have two prices, they got the price for, you know, when you have a actual bank account, and, you know, meaning credit, and then they have the cash price. The cash price is always going to be better. Oh wow, look at this. Finally, seems like they're making some progress on this place. Yeah, I used to live right by here and walk through here all the time. Awesome. Look at that. Fun times. Yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, if you go to, like, let's say a department store and you're buying a new mattress, a washer and a dryer, a refrigerator, whatever, something like that, they got two prices. They got the cash price, and then they got the debit credit price. And by the way, you know, the debit credit price is always going to be more. And even though that you're paying for let's say the item in full, even if you're paying for the item in full, it's still going to be more. And if you pay in, again, it's always, you know, if you're paying in cash, it's always going to be less, because they prefer the cash for many reasons, so many reasons that I'm not going to go get into right now, because it doesn't really matter. But the reality is that they prefer cash no matter where you go. And so, yeah, you know, this Mexico is getting progressive. Mexico is getting, you know, becoming more whatchamacallit, first world in that sense, with digital payments and being on the grid. And again, certain parts of Mexico, they're going to be more on the grid, and they're going to be, you know, a lot more people using the banking system and the credit cards and all that stuff. But for the most part, in most of Mexico, it's just cash only. Cash only, cash only, cash only. Just about everywhere. And again, that's a major positive, because for some people out there, like for example, me, I was having, before I even came out here, I was already having difficulty functioning within the US, because it was hard for me to get a real bank account. And then on top of that, you know, I just, you know, I had to function within certain parameters and all this other stuff, and I kept getting charged, and it's just money, you know, money getting drained out of my bank account on a daily basis, without me wanting it, as opposed to, you know, living in a place like here, where not only is everything cash only, but I can also at the bank buy things like silver or gold to help protect my wealth. and not worry about, you know, getting laughed out of the bank. Because again, try buying silver in the US in a bank, and you're gonna see how real quickly they're gonna be calling the cops on you because they got some crazy guy trying to buy silver at the bank. But out here they sell it, again, no ID, no nothing. You can buy whatever you want when it comes to things like silver. But at the end of the day, you know, out here, if for whatever reason you have no access to your credit cards, you got no access to your banking, you got no access to many things, you can simply just get some money wired to you and everything functions on cash. Now look, there's a lot of societies in the world in which there's no cash and absolutely zero cash, and everything is all done and electronically, like in some parts of Europe. But out here it's the opposite. It's like you're gonna find like 90% of places, first of all, 100% of places will accept cash, but about 90% of places, to maybe 80% of places all across Mexico are cash only, and that's it. And so I use, whenever there's actually like a lot of places, whenever there's like a place that actually accepts cards, I actually sometimes will go out of my way, you know what I mean? Like how do I say this? Let's say I'm at the OXXO and I'm buying a few items and I got a limited amount of cash on me. Then what I'll do is that I'll use my option there to use my card, and that way, you know, my Mexican bank card. So when I use my Mexican bank card, then it'll just take it out of there. No fee, no nothing, no whatever. But a lot of times there are fees. In fact, I completely forgot. A lot of times when you're trying to do certain transactions, let's say I want to pull some money out of my bank card at OXXO, they charge any kind of transaction, any kind of movement, they charge. But at the very least, they let you know ahead of time. And that's why, you know, very quickly, you know, you realize when people out here on peso to peso, you know, they ain't got no time for that, they ain't got no money for that, they ain't got no resources to be spending to just give to the bank, to just give away to the bank and all that good stuff. So yeah, guys, you know, I think that about sums it up. We got a short little episode just talking about cash and how cash is king, and like if you only got a few resources in order to access your money, you're good to go. You don't need that many. The reality is that you just need you know, you just need like, even if you have, first of all, if you got banks and you are on the grid, you're good to go. You'll be able to easily navigate out here. But if you are like me, that came out here on no grid, had absolutely nothing, basically all I had was some crypto, some Bitcoin, and just trying to turn that Bitcoin into pesos, dollars, whatever, that was a big challenge for me. But you know what, I survived, and I was able to survive, you know, no problem. And like I keep saying to you guys, out here you have a lot of options. You might not know them, and I might not be able to tell you all of them, and other YouTubers might not be able to tell you all of them, because there's just so many. And that's when you're out here and you got to deal with your situation. Sometimes, no matter how many videos or how much information you see, it's still not going to solve your problem, because your problem is unique and you have a unique solution. You feel me? That whole situation. And you know, you realize that, you know, when you're in your own country, you actually have very little options. You only have a few things, you know, in which you can direct yourself at. And if you cannot find a solution within, you know, those parameters, then you're out of luck. Well, out here you're not. And so cash, you know, this being a cash only society helps so much, because it helps grease the wheels of so many things. All right, no matter what it is. So all right, guys, we're here at the end of Paseo Montejo. We basically walked all of Paseo Montejo, not all of it, but a good majority of it. We're already here at the end. You guys already recognize the area we're at. You know, we got Parque Santa Ana right there behind that building. We're not gonna walk there anymore. We're kind of done here. That's like the remate, you know, they're having some thing here. It is Saturday night. They're setting up for Saturday night festivities. That's it, guys. Like I said, we're back. Now, we might not be back at full 1000% capacity, but pretty close. And every day it keeps opening up and getting more. Man, I was in the bike lane. I'm the worst, I know. All right, guys, so with that being said, I think we're gonna end it here. It's time to go. I gotta call my Uber. I got plans for tonight. It's already getting late. The wife is already blowing up my phone. You already know. So with that being said, guys, you already know what to do, guys. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit that bell icon, but more importantly than anything else, please stay awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I was kind of like all over the place, but I guess the one thing I was trying to say is cash is king, and you don't got to really worry about much. And I'm hoping that a lot of these videos that I'm making is helping you guys make the move a lot easier, so that it dispels a lot of these things that make you and everyone else that are scared as to come. Because again, money is an important thing. If you can't access your money, what good is it being out here, right? So all right guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.